Yo guys, it's your boy Izumi. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Star Savior and the shoes they kind of have to fill for the global release. There's also been the revenue chart. We're going to just touch on it a little. I know those are kind of off base a little, but we're still going to be talking about it. If you like gacha gaming, if you like Star Savior, if you like 7 Deadly Sins Origins, all coming out very, very soon, make sure you do stay tuned to the channel. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate any support. But let's get right into the video, guys. The one thing we're going to be talking about, I'm not going to be going over all these patch notes, but just something for you guys to notice about this game. There has been a lot of difficulties in the KR server, and this is something I've kind of brushed on in the past in my past videos. But the shoes they have to fill for the global release, everything needs to be perfect, kind of perfect, but you know, everyone's gonna have mess ups and stuff like that, but for the most part this release needs to be perfect. So if they really want to bounce back from where they are, because the last revenue chart that we had, I think they were all the way at the bottom near and this is in KR and JP combined, they were near like $200,000, which is not a lot for gacha games, especially for something of this quality. The models are very high quality and they are kind of slow in doing updates, and that might be a reason, but at the same time that might be playing into the reason why they are so slow on updates, because they're not making too much revenue. Maybe they want to pour more resources into it. They think it's going to die. But for the global release, they have a big chance to actually just do like a kind of like a renewal and just go in and hopefully hope for the best for the actual beginning of a new start, a new fresh start for this game. And I hope this game does great in global. We're going to have to wait and see, particularly on that. But as you can see, they've been doing so much patch notes for the last 2 months. There's been around 4 huge patch notes on what's going on, and at least that global is going to release with this. So maybe once global releases, there hasn't been a lot of patches in the KR server. So once everything is like together, maybe they were waiting for global to actually come together as one and just go in, and actually now they're going to start pumping out content. We're going to have to wait and see on that front. So the reroll improvements they have from 14 days to 1 second. So basically once you get in there, you're gonna be able to reroll right away. I did hear about that one as well. They also upped the rates on the pickups and stuff like that to 4%, which is kind of a high percent, mostly in the gacha, because I mean, it's not, I think this is kind of like the standard nowadays going in gachas, but they go from like 2 to 4% for the most part. They did a lot of just changes on ranked mode. They did a lot of weekly missions reward. They're giving out way more rewards. There's just so much. You can see right here. They've been changing characters. They've been upping the resources in the game. They've been upping the resources you can get from different PvE modes. The PvP mode has been adjusted as well. There's been balance patches. Everything, all these changes are going to be in the day 1 of the game. So once the game comes out, obviously all these changes will be in there, and you're going to be able to enjoy everything, not like these KR. And that's kind of why the KR and JP community are kind of like mad, because they've been dealing with all this kind of crappy stuff. I could see like so much stuff has been changed that they've been dealing with and having to wait for changes. Obviously once the changes come, they should probably be a little happy, but at the same time they've been dealing with stuff that shouldn't even be in the game, like messed up gacha rates and stuff like that. But all this stuff, they've been upping the quality of animations recently, just so much stuff. PvP changes, which is kind of a big thing, because this game is going to be very PvP focused, so you're going to want to jump on PvP. If you really like PvP games, you're going to want to jump on in this game and stuff like that. They also did the mileage changes, which is like kind of like 200 summons. Once you get that, you're going to be able to pick any character you want in the shop, kind of like Nikke. I know you guys from Nikke will know that one. There's just been so much patches. And look at, like, these are huge changes come. They've been changing so much stuff, like the gear farming. They've been changing the progression in this game. Like I said, I'm not going to go into all this because this is going to be day 1 in the game. But you could just see how much patch notes they've been having for the last couple months. And this has been going through like a huge change in the last 2 months of this game. So the shoes, this is basically like the basic of the video, is that they're going to have to fill some big shoes here. And they're going to have to lock in and hopefully for the future of this game, I think what they've been doing is waiting for this global release, and then they're all going to push. Now, since everything is matched up, it kind of matches up with what their plan was, to kind of match everything up. And now going forward, they're going to put their best foot forward to make this game a success. And I hope that's what it actually comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. I really, really do, because this is something that is really needed right now, especially in the gacha space, because a lot of stuff is dying, because players are not really interested anymore, especially in the global, because global likes to cry about everything. In the global audience, they're not taking shit anymore. So if you really want to lock in with your game, this is something they're gonna have to do. And I just really hope for the best for this game. There's been so much changes, and I think there will be more changes going forward, but this game has a big shoes to fill. Let me know what you guys think on this whole situation. Other than that, peace out.